In case you haven't heard, the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, who couldn't wait to get better witnesses or evidence for the impeachment inquiry and just had to get it done, is now withholding impeachment articles from going over to the Senate where the trial takes place. She says that she'll delay until she is guaranteed that the Democrats will get a fair trial in the Senate. The House has to pass another resolution that names formal managers who will present their case to the Senate, and she's refusing to do that. I'll let her try to explain it to you.
When we bring the bill, which is, just so you know, there's a bill made in order by the Rules Committee that we can call up at any time in order to send it over to the Senate and to have the provisions in there to pay for the impeachment. And then the next step, whatever you want to call it, the trial. That is where you put the managers. I was not prepared to put the managers in that bill yet because we don't know the arena that we are in.
Boy, that was hard to watch. Her excuse for not sending the impeachment articles over is that she needs to know how the trial is going to work before she can name the formal managers. Mitch McConnell, the Republican Majority Leader, wants to do the trial the same way they did during Bill Clinton's trial, but that doesn't look to be good enough for Democrats. Do you guys see what's going on here? I suspect it's two things. First, she's planting the seed for the talking point after Trump is acquitted. It wasn't a fair trial. If it would have been a fair trial, Trump would have been removed from office. The Republicans are cheaters like Trump. Vote them all out. Mark my words, after he's acquitted, we're going to hear a lot of that. And the second thing she's doing is trying to manipulate the process so that the Senate will do things the way Democrats want them done, which would mean a long, drawn-out trial. She wants this trial to go for as long as possible next year because she thinks that will hurt Trump's re-election campaign. So if it can run right up to the election, that'd be ideal for her and the Democrats. This trial will dominate the news cycle, and that guarantees them time in front of the cameras. And the longer the trial goes, the more time they'll get in front of those cameras to disparage Trump and the Republicans. And the media will be working with them every step of the way. The Democrats have been working on this plan since Trump was elected. They could have impeached Trump anytime they wanted to since they took the House in the midterms because they've always had the votes, but they wanted to wait for the right time. So don't think it's a coincidence that it happened right before Christmas going into the presidential election year. This is all part of the plan. Democrats know for certain that Trump will not be convicted by the Senate. And since they know that, they had to plan accordingly. That's what all this is about. In 2016, Jerry Nadler, you know, the congressman who used to look like Newman from Seinfeld but now looks like a character from a Harry Potter film, he said this: "We must keep our eyes on two important goals, depressing Trump's public support and dividing the congressional GOP from him and from each other." Well, I guess you have to believe that Jerry Nadler is a goal-oriented guy because that's exactly what Democrats have been trying to do since he said that. They haven't been successful, but that's a different story. Pelosi has said time and again that the House is a co-equal branch of government with the Senate and the executive branch. But now she wants to dictate how things are going to work in the Senate. I'm sorry, Nancy, but it doesn't work that way. I do have to say that the effort the Democrats are giving into bringing Trump down is impressive. It's unprecedented, unethical, and it looks to be failing, but man, they're not afraid to go for it. They're giving 110%. And for their trouble, the Republican National Committee is raising funds at record rates. And now Trump tops the polls against all Democratic candidates. Face it, Nancy, the plan is not working. But there are real consequences of your actions. You have further divided this country in your effort to take down a duly elected president. And I'm afraid that it's going to get worse before it gets better. And that's your fault. Now, before I let you go, I just wanted to say that after watching your press conference, it made me wonder something that I never thought of before. How high does an eyebrow have to get before it's considered part of the hairline? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to become a supporting member of Blue Collar Logic, click on the link in the description and give what you can.